step, we're going to start by using our iron-on buckram, and we're going to cut the number of pieces that we need to match the dash lines or the dots going up our shade. So in this case, I have 4 tack points that I've indicated moving up my shade. So I'm going to cut 4 pieces of this iron-on buckram. And I'm going to cut it about 1/4 of an inch or so narrower than the width of my shade, which actually it's the width of the lining. So I've cut the 4 pieces of buckram that I'm going to need, and each one is going to line up with the dotted lines that I marked, and I'm going to line them up so that the buckram sits just below each of these marks. So this is the top of my shade here. My dash lines are in pencil going down the shade. I'm going to insert the buckram into the side hems, which is why we didn't stitch those side hems. So I'm going to insert them here, and I'm going to place them just below where the dash lines are. And in this case, like I said, this is an iron-on buckram, so I'm going to make sure that the adhesive, iron-on adhesive, is facing the wrong side of my lining. So if you don't have iron-on buckram, you could probably try regular woven buckram or non-woven buckram with an adhesive, either a spray adhesive or a glue adhesive, but you're going to want to test that first on your fabrics to see how they stick and to make sure nothing buckles on you. So I've placed them in where they need to be, and now I'm going to come back and I'm going to press them down. The important thing with iron-on products is that you don't move your iron while it's on the iron-on product, because that's what will distort your fabric underneath. So you kind of want to pick it up and move it along. But if you're using an iron-on bonding fabric, like a 2-step process, you're going to want to read the instructions and follow the instructions so that you get good adhesion. Quickly found out that one was not the correct side down. You will know if it's not. I will try that again. double check this one. Yep, that one was incorrect as well. Usually once I've done it on one side, I like to flip it over and do it one more press from this side. It's the same process, and you want to make sure that you're not moving your iron too much while you're doing this. Because even though you've sort of adhered it once, you still can risk distorting your fabric if you slide your iron over it. So before we move on, I neglected to mention that we also need to put a piece of iron-on buckram at the top of our shade, where the finished length of our shade is going to be mounted to the board. So I have my template, and I'm putting it back on my shade, and I'm going to line it up, tack points, and I'm going to do a dash line at the top of my shade where it's marked. Remember, when you put it down, that the hemline is going to match with the 4-inch hemline. Tack points match up. So a little dash line. It does say in our instructions to include a piece of buckram at each tack point, including the top of the shade. So that was my mistake for not including it. But as long as you don't move on to the next step, then it's quite easy to do it at this step. And make sure it's fusible side down, lined up to our dash, and we're going to give it a press. I'm going to flip this around just to make sure that I've also pressed it from the front, just like I did for the others. While I have it on this side, I'm just going to put some reference dots at the top of the shade as well. And now we're ready for the next step.